Mercenaries, mercenaries, mercenaries. It's the General Osama, aka the Black Jack Bauer, BKA Scrooge McDuckets, tapping back in. This is for your second QwicFyre. I think this is QwicFyre 11. So we're going to rock with that, mercenaries. QwicFyre number 11. This one's going to be about machine guns. The different types of machine guns, how you can possess them, how do you maintain them, things of that nature. So let's dive right on into it, mercs. So we're going to talk about the machine guns that everybody that's a United States citizen can have, which are called transferables, which are on the civilian market. So if y'all watch the channel, y'all know I have a Mac M10 submachine gun in 45 and 9mm calibers. And I've owned that thing since 2020. That's a nice range toy, especially gets all the attention at the range. And very nice fun gun to shoot. Also, we have what they call pre-May samples, which are dealer samples that are made before the May cutoff in 1986 due to the Hughes Amendment, which prevents new manufactured machine guns after May of 1986. And what had happened last year was that I think the ATF allowed about 4,500 to 5,000 pre-May samples be converted over to civilian transferable machine guns, which is great. You know, you need to try to always make sure that the civilian market stays flooded with some nice machine guns available. Also, you have what they call post-86 machine guns, which is also, let me go back. So the pre-May 86 is only for FFL SOTs. So the good thing about those is when you surrender your SOT license and you leave the business, you get to keep those machine guns in your personal collection. But if you was to pass away or if you was to sell them, you couldn't sell them on the transferable market. They would still be under the pre-May 86 unless the ATF reclassifies them as transferables. And you will be able to, you know, sell it to someone else of a SOT license, or like I said, keep it in your personal collection until you pass away. And then once you pass away, your family will either have to do one of two things: destroy it or give it to the ATF and then let the NFA branch, I guess, determine what they'll do with it from there. That's my understanding, but don't take what I say as legal advice. All right, so now I'm going to go to post-86. So with the Hughes Amendment, anything that's made after 1986 can only be in a SOT possession. So that's where you see a lot of on YouTube, your Glock switches, newer machine guns like newer AR-15s. If you follow, what's the brother? Jay the Shooter, like the Desert Eagle, the FN57 machine guns, all those are post-86. And the thing about those is those are real interesting. So when it comes to post-86, some of them are requiring law letters for to transfer hands, and some of them don't require a law letter. Let's get into the law letter discussion. So a law letter is something that is required from chief law enforcement of your jurisdiction for you to take possession of in order to show them like demonstration purposes about them maybe wanting to acquire said toys for their department personnel. So when you have ones that require a law letter, that means that you have to get permission slip from your chief law enforcement officer, whether it be the sheriff's department. Some smaller municipalities might be a judge or a prosecutor. You know, it all depends on your jurisdiction. But those people will be the ones who will sign off and say, okay, well, we're going to give this person permission to transfer this machine gun for demonstration purposes for law enforcement agencies. Then you have some that are no law letter required, which means that there's no law letter required for you to take possession of said machine gun. And the caveat to that is, more than likely, most of the time when that happens, that means that somebody is relinquishing or letting their SOT expire. So that's the good thing about post 86, is that when someone is leaving the business, whatever machine gun that they are trying to relinquish or liquidate, they don't have to require a law letter showing that for demonstration purposes of taking possession to show for a law enforcement agency. So you also have what are called rewatts, which are basically chopped up guns that are basically parts kits. And what they will do is if you're a 07, 02, which is the 07, meaning that you're a manufacturer or importer of guns, and the 02 is your SOT, special occupation tax, and that allows you to build and manufacture new machine guns. But remember, they can only be possessed by FFL SOT entities, such as another 07, 02, or any other type of, I think 03, 02s might be able to have them too, but don't quote me on that one, mercenaries. But yeah, rewatts are basically part kits that probably got chopped up years ago, whether they were here in the States or coming across the water, I think before the 1968 Gun Control Act. And you find some of those that people have put back together, and they'll sell them for a nice $1, and there you go. You have another type of machine gun that's available. Now, those usually don't come in the transferable market, rewatts like that. But some of them, are very good to have, depending on what it is, because if they're very rare, where they're not really many on the transferable market, they will have a nice value in the pre-made market. I give you an example. I don't see many of them coming in rewatts, but the Walther MPLs and MPKs, I want to say, those are real nice and fun submachine guns to shoot, pistol caliber carbine submachine guns. And I don't see them coming as rewatts, but you might find things like a PPSH, a PPS-43. Those are usually like your typical rewatt machine guns. All right, and we're also going to talk about the different types of classifications of machine guns. You have transferable Sears, and you have double R's, which are registered receivers. So there's a pro and a con for each one, and we're going to run into that real quick. All right, so for those who are looking to grab, we'll just say, I use this one for common because everybody knows about them. We'll just say you're looking to grab an M16, and you're looking for one that either has an lightning link, which is a type of link that allows a gun to be fired full automatic, or you have what they call a RDS, which is a registered drop-in auto sear. And those are the registered parts of the machine gun. And some of those parts you can find also on HKs. So you have what you call registered trigger packs, to where they can go from different HK style roller delayed blowback machine guns. You have some that are only good for an MP5. You have some that could be used in a HK 93, HK 53, or HK 21, and you have some that are registered to where they can go between hosts. And that's the good thing about the sear. When you have sears and trigger packs like that, you can put them in different hosts and you can run them crazy. But the thing about it is, if something was to happen to that gun and the sear breaks, then that's it. The fun is over with, and your big investment is down the drain. So then comes into play registered receivers. And also about registered receivers is how they work, which is that the receiver, which is the part that's commonly as the fire control group, or most modern firearms like the M16, AR-15, or we'll just use the FNC, which could be a registered receiver, or can be married to a sear using a semi-auto host gun. If anything was to break inside the receiver, you could just swap the parts out and keep on playing. But if you had a catastrophic failure and the receiver breaks, then your SOL, your investment is gone. So there are different pros and cons to owning a transferable sear or registered drop-in auto sear versus registered receiver. The M10 that I own is a registered receiver, so when parts wear, I can just order new parts from like US Machine Gun, FTF Industries, places like that. Practical Solutions. Sam is well known in the machine gun world for doing good quality working repairs. And like I say, everything has a pro and a con, mercenaries, but you have to decide what makes sense for you. So that's our talk about machine guns today. And I do have a nice short video I'm going to post later on in the week about a rare machine gun that had came across my hands. Not like owning, I wish I could afford it, but a rare machine gun that was new in the box with original box came across my eyes, and I had to get a video of it. I'm not even gonna tell you what it is, but it's 2 machine guns, and both of them were brand new in the box, never fired, and I'm gonna post those later on in the week or sometime next week. But thank y'all for tuning in for this QwicFyre, mercenaries. It's the General signing off, and as always, stay tuned, stay dangerous, stay informed, stay prepared, stay informed. Osama out.